This is a quick demo of the Dolphin barcode stock control system. So let's start with receiving an item into stock. So I go here, you'll see it asks me for order number. Now assume when you receive an order from supplier, the delivery note will have your order number on it. But I'll just look here in the Dolphin list for an existing one. We can just choose any one of these. Let's say choose this one. And then put in the order number. And then it will show me the order. So now in this case it says it's already been received, but it will allow me to receive again. So I can put in the quantity and then invoice number or anything else in the note. So I'll say receive, and then that generates the barcode, the label for me with the barcode. And yeah, so there's the barcode number. I'll copy that so we can use it in the next step. So now if I click close, we can move on to issuing stock. So if I go to issuing stock, so yeah, we can put in the stock barcode. So this is where our barcode scanner comes in now. So we can scan that barcode, that, for example, like the one we just printed. And then we can put in our job number. So that we can again scan because our job tickets have barcodes on them. In this case, I'll just grab one from here. So this can accept either a job number or otherwise you scan the barcode and from the job and it can go in there. And then the quantity we want to issue to the job and then the location of the stock. So if the stock was maybe split into more than one location, we could say from which location we want to issue. And then also issue. And then this creates a new barcode label for me for this specific job with this 700 quantity now that I've allocated to this job. So again, I can print this. And then, yeah, there's that number. So if I go close, so that's how to do an issue and a receipt. So maybe if I wanted to return stock from a job stock that I've issued, I want to return it back into stock. So I'll just to get a stock issue number, I'll just look at the stock issue list here. So here we've got the list of all the issues. I've just filtered here for more, after July, after 1st of July. I can just grab any of these issue barcodes. So this one, you can see there's the issue barcode, the job number. Actually, this is the one we just issued now, the 700. So let's say we wanted to return 200. So what the stock person would do, they would go to returns. They would scan the barcode. They would say they want to return 200. And then they can say which warehouse they want to return that 200 to. So we'll say, let's put it in the default, submit. And then that stock is then successfully returned. So now, if we want to move items to different parts, to different warehouses, so maybe if we go look at the stock list, so make more sense. So you can see, for example, these are our stock items that actually have barcodes. So if we grab one of these, you can see that it's in the default warehouse and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in stock. So if I copy this barcode, now go to our moving an item. So here we scan the barcode. Then I say I want to move it from the default warehouse to maybe this offsite stock warehouse. And I want to move 2, 3, 4, say, the quantity, and then I say submit. And then that moves it from this location to that location. So we can go double check that in our stock list. So if we go to our stock list, you'll see here is the Carnot loss in the offsite. There's 100, and then in this one, there's 1000. Yeah. So now if we move on here to creating finished good. So this is now once the issued material has gone through the factory and when you're done with it and you want to now create a finished good item to book back into the store. So in that case, you scan your job number. So we'll use, I think it's this job number. I'll show you there's an additional thing I added to the estimating for this. So in estimating, the estimators now have a grid showing the products here that will be produced. So in this case, we've chose this Pick and Pay Manager's product. You can see, so you'll have a list here of products. You can add a lot of products in, all your finished good items. And then the estimator specifies how many are going to be produced by the job and which item. And so then did I pick the right job number? Let me just check. Yeah, 34349. So when they scan the job number, it will show them which finished products are available to be created. And then they can say what quantity was produced and then location you want to store it. So maybe you'll have a finished goods warehouse or something like that. I'll just choose default for now. You submit. And then that creates a finished goods barcode. You'll see PO number says finished goods, supplier says internal production. And then that you can just stick, the label you can just stick on your finished good. There's the quantity, work ticket number, and so on. Now this finished good you can issue again, just like you issue any other finished good, any other stock item, raw material. All right. So yeah, we've covered most of these things: stock list, stock issued list. So these remaining two, stock take, stock variants. So if you go to the stock take, so here you would scan your barcode. Well, let's just get a barcode again. I'll just go to the stock list. So let's say we're going to do a stock take of, we have this item. So it currently shows there's 1,000 in stock. So if I go to my stock take, it's okay. I'm now in this warehouse and I'm counting this stock and there is 700. And I'll say submit stock take. And then it says decrease stock level from 1,000 to 700. And then similarly, I can go ahead with other items. Now, at the end of my stock list, or actually at any point, I can go to my variance report. And then in the variance report, you'll see here it says that there was a 300 variance between the expected quantity and the physical quantity. And here it also has a date and time. So obviously, if you wanted to filter just for a specific day or specific week for the stock take, you could do that here by just putting a date in. So you could say, okay, so what are these two dates? 13th and the 18th. So let's say if I choose 13 August, and I can say, show me everything that's greater than 13 August. So then I'll get just my current stock take items and I can see the variance on each one. So yeah, so I think we've covered, that's all the items. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions.